Today I'm going to talk about circles, how to find the radius, the diameter, the circumference, and the area of a circle. So let's get started. Here we have a circle. The circumference is the perimeter of the circle, is the distance around the circle. The center is right in the middle, is the center or the origin of the circle. The radius is the distance from the center to any point of the circle. This will be the radius. Here's the circumference. The diameter is the distance from one end of the circle to another end of the circle. There is a relationship between the diameter and the circumference of the circle, and that relationship is pi. So pi is the relationship of the circumference over the diameter. It takes 3 diameters and a little bit more to go around any circle, meaning the circumference. For pi we use 3.14. Pi is irrational. It's an irrational number, meaning it's a number that continues forever. It doesn't have a pattern. It doesn't repeat, and it doesn't terminate. It just goes on and on and on. Now let's look at an example. Let's say we have a circle with diameter of 7, and they're asking us to find the radius. So the radius, we know that is half of the diameter, so the radius in this case will be 8.5. Example 2. Let's say we have a circle with the radius of 12, and they're asking us to find the diameter. Since the diameter is twice the radius, or we can say the radius is half of the diameter, that means that the diameter in this problem is 24. And again, the radius is basically diameter divided by 2. Or you can say that the diameter equals 2 times the radius. And we can use this visual here to illustrate that from the center to any point of the circle is the radius, and the diameter is basically twice that, or is basically from one end to another end of the circle. We can use these two formulas to find out either the radius or the diameter of a circle. How do we find the circumference? Well, using these relationship, and say that the circumference equals pi times diameter. These two equals the same thing. We can also say circumference equals 2 times pi times radius, because we know that the radius times 2 equals the diameter. So these two are equivalent. These are the formulas that we can use depending on what we're looking for. Let's look at an example. Let's say we have that the diameter equals 6, and we're trying to find the circumference. Well, we know that circumference equals, we're going to use this one, pi times diameter. Well, circumference equals 3.14. We know that that's what we use for pi, and we multiply it times 6, since that's the diameter given. 0.14 times 6. 6 times 4, 24. 6 times 1, 6, plus 2, 8. 6 times 3 is 18. Move your decimal, and the circumference equals 18.84. Now let's talk about area of a circle. To find the area of a circle, of any circle, the area of a circle is equal to pi times the radius squared. Let's write that down. A equals pi times the radius squared. We know that the radius is from the center to any point of the circle. Let's look at an example. Let's say we have a circle with the diameter of 10 centimeters. He's asking us to find the area of the circle. So A equals pi times radius squared. We have the diameter, but we know the radius is half of the diameter. So A equals pi times 5 squared. 5 times 5 will be 25. So 3.14 times 25 will give you the area of the circle. Okay, so here you multiply 3.14 times 25 and you get 78.30. So 5 times 5, 25 times pi, which is 3.14, you get 78.30 square centimeters. This resumes the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.